There is the whistle.
Wow.
What a fantastic performance of
So it ends here at Wesley Park. Havant Waterlooville 2, Maidstone United 1. So disappointing, Adrian.
Well, it is. I think George is going to look at that and say, I'm not quite sure what happened there, because for an hour Maidstone ran, controlled the game, then all of a sudden Coverland makes an absolute bodge up in the box, drops the ball, and it's 1-1. Then they get their tails up, and you've got to say that when the ball came into Seeger, he turned, wriggled, found his space and took his chance really well on that. But Maidstone had plenty of the ball around the box. They managed to create and fashion chances and that, and they looked really good and threatening throughout the game. Especially you've got to mention Tanga and Rush, I think, up front, and then we just seemed to drift towards the end and panic a little bit. But really, that game should have been put to bed long before then. But give easy their due, they took their chances and they got the win.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, I don't think, looking back at the game, I don't think Havant really had any other chances other than the goals they scored with, did they? I mean, it's not as if we were pinned in. We played pretty well for the majority of the game there. Like you say, Tianga looked good up front, full of running.
Yeah, he looked strong. He seemed to drift out the game a bit towards the end and that. But again, that is going to be one that we'll say one that got away.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And why does it always end up 2-1 when I come here?
Yeah, so not a lot to say really. I mean, definitely something to build on. I mean, we've got a week off now, haven't we? So I think George is going to be
played well, looked the better side throughout, and then just gave silly goals away and lost, I think.
Slough next week, so another side that's down there. Had a difficult first half of the season. Played them, of course, on the opening day of the season at our place, where we came from behind and actually beat them 2-1 on the opening day, didn't we? But I think this is probably maybe, listening to what the commentators, the Havant and Waterlooville commentators are saying to our left here, with our FA Cup exploits, I think they see Maidstone as a bit of a scalp now, a little bit of a feather in their cap.
They've seen that, they're third in the league, they're through to the fourth round of the Cup. It's seen as like with this fantastic side, and a lot of the time for the season, I think that's probably one of the better games I've seen us play, actually. But, it's... With a lot of the games I've been to, we've been fairly pedestrian, but the other sides have just not been that great, really. And we've won. We looked a bit better going forward today, I thought, than we normally do. Without not really enough end product, I thought. There's some really nice approach play in that, and I don't think we're that great a side. We're good enough to be up near the top, but we're not this fantastic high flying side, I don't think. No. And we definitely need a striker.
Yeah, exactly that.
Alongside Rushy, we need a bigger striker to take the knocks.
Just talk about Rush's goal there. I mean, we did say one on the commentary, one to look back on the highlights, isn't it? It was a good goal. He took it well. He still had a bit to do when he took it, but I think it was all about that first touch, wasn't it? He just got it down and controlled it, and then
it was just a fantastic piece. I mean, what you saw today, really. If you pick two of the goals out, you saw today was just two really good centre forward goals today. Because with Rushy's one, the ball's not long, he just gets enough in front of his man to put him off, and when that ball comes down, he controls it, takes it all in his stride, runs with it, and he's 2 yards away from him before the player's got time to recover. And from that moment, there's only one thing, and then he buries his shot, beautifully taken, straight in that right hand corner, doesn't he? Takes it really well. And then when you look at Seeger's goal, Seeger gets the ball in the box, he turns, wriggles, puts the player off, makes himself at half a yard of space, bang, straight in the top corner goal. He doesn't even move. Two really good goals for different reasons, but two really good centre forward goals.
Yep, so as I say, we've got a week off now before we travel to Slough next week. George will hopefully give the chance for some of these injured players that weren't involved today, like Reece Greenidge and Solwan Joe Smith, to give George more options on the bench. It's good to see Chi come on at the end there. He's been out injured for a little while. Chi
came on at
when he did come on.
Chi came on at Worthing and he didn't look very good, and he got brought off quite quickly, sort of thing. Or he started at Worthing.
I think that was more of a tactical at Worthing, wasn't it?
He just looked out of sorts, though, didn't he, when he played? But today he looked back to his old self.
With Bivish's yellow card, he was the one that made way, wasn't it? Red card for Bivish at Worthing, wasn't it? So, but as I say, positive signs. we're not going to win every game between now and the end of the season, but you know, you can see, like we said, there's a little bit more urgency in our play today, even on like set pieces and that, when throw-ins we're looking to take them quickly, and you know, when we've got the teams on the back foot to sort of like keep them there. We just, like you say, I think we just need that striker. We just need to take our chances when they come along, because if we just took our chances today, you know, the game could have been over.
Yeah, I don't think the second half, if we'd actually start to fashion a little bit more and take our chances, then the game would have been over by half time. It wouldn't have really mattered what happened in the second half. We'd have been about 4 up sort of thing, and that. So, you know, let's not be too downhearted. We did play well today. We just need a little bit. We need to clinically put games out of reach when we're on top, and that's what we haven't got. That's what means that we ain't a top flying side running away with the league. You know, that means that's why we're only going to be like 5th or 6th or something like that, because we're not putting games to bed when we're well on top, and we haven't got that capability. You know, Rushy's a decent enough centre forward, but he can't do it on his own. Tanga looks good, but we don't look to have enough players who are going to put the ball in the net. You know, Reynolds got through a couple of times, never looked like he was scoring. Bone was clear through, never looked like he was scoring. You know, and that's the difference.
Yep. So as you say, it's a loss here for Maidstone, but certainly signs of encouragement going forward, which we will do next week on the road again, once again at Arbour Park in Slough, where myself and Connor will be on the comms there. So I think that's about it from us from here, from Wesley Park.